My name is Mary J. I'm a content marketer and content writer. And on this channel, I talk about everything business, marketing, lifestyle, and technology. So now that we've established what content marketing is, who does content marketing, and how content marketing is relevant to business success, let's look at the content marketing life cycle. When does content start and when does it end? So the content marketing life cycle begins from the point of research. The first thing you have to do as a content marketer is to do research. So it begins with listening. So you could either do either social listening or take surveys or do general research about your industry and your product. That's the first point of content marketing. That's when content marketing has started. The next point in the content marketing life cycle is decide on the topic and the theme. So let's say, for example, you are a B2C content marketer. B2C content marketer means business to consumer, business that is directly to consumer. For example of a business that is directly to the consumer is Piggyvest. I don't know how many of us know Piggyvest. It means that this business are talking directly to the end users. So you decide on the topic and on the theme. Example of a content theme could be educational, could be informative, could be entertaining, or could just be an answer frequently asked questions. So after you've decided on the theme of your content, you now decide on the content topic. It's still under the content marketing life cycle. Don't get it mixed up. The first thing is research, listen to your customer, and define your target audience. Customer should be. The next one on the content cycle is deciding on the content theme and topic. What kind of topic do you want to cover under any of these categories? How to set up a Piggyvest account, how to set a monthly budget, how to build a saving habit. So these are the topics that you'll be writing under your content category. That is how to. The next one in the content marketing cycle is create the content. So now that you've done all the heavy lifting of doing your research, knowing who your customer is and everything you have to do, you've created your content categories and you've decided on the topic to write on. The next thing is actually creating the content. Now, in creating the content, you can decide whether you want to do a blog post, a video content, a reel, a podcast. We are going to any form of content at all to distribute the content. This is still under the content marketing life cycle. It's to distribute the content. And how do you distribute content? You distribute this content based on the platform that your target customers are likely going to engage. So let's say your target customer are on Instagram and you've created your content. It's now time to distribute it on Instagram. That is sharing it, posting it, promoting it, making people to engage in it. So that is what you do under the distribution life cycle. Still on the content life cycle, another thing you would do is to measure and evaluate. Measuring your content is very important. Measuring the impact of your content is very, very important. It's as important as creating the content itself. So how do you measure your content? How do you evaluate it? You evaluate it based on the KPI, key performance indicator. Now, we are going to get to that point of what should be a key performance indicator of content marketing. How should you measure if your content is successful or not? If you're writing a blog post, a way to measure your content is with analytics. We are going to come to how you can use analytics in the series of the video. This is a content series in subsequent video. So we're going to share how to measure your content, how to measure your content performance in subsequent video. But just know that what you do next is to measure and evaluate this content. After you've done everything, you've measured, you've evaluated it, probably the content did well on that platform or probably didn't do well. So what you do next is to repurpose the content. What does repurposing content means? It means taking that content to share it in a different format. For example, this content I'm shooting now, I can repurpose it as a blog content. I can use an AI to transcribe this content into a blog post. So I have, instead of me writing a new content on content marketing, I'm just using this one now, transcribe it and post it as a blog post. That's, I have repurposed the content now. Or I can also use this content I'm shooting, edit it into short forms and repost it as a reel. I have repurposed the content. I can also use this same content to do podcast. So I can also use this same content to upload on a podcast platform. So I have repurposed this content. So that's what it means to repurpose a content. Repurposing the content is the final thing you do in the content marketing lifecycle. Now also note that the final thing, retiring that content. Maybe the content didn't do well and you want to retire it. That is, you want to either take it off, delete it, or just archive it somewhere. Or you want to repurpose it. This is the last stage in the content marketing life cycle. So we've come to the end of the part 1 of content marketing for beginners. In this part 1, I did what content marketing is, content marketing life cycle, and the different formats of content. So in my part 2, I am going to do how to identify your target audience, which we are going to talk about in the next video. So you have to subscribe to know when the next video drops. And don't forget, my name is Mary J, and on this channel, I talk about content marketing, content writing, SEO, business, technology, and a sprinkle of lifestyle. Bye!